What if I told you that science has finally caught up to what ancient healers knew thousands of years ago? Your chakras aren't just mystical energy centers floating around your body. They're actually neurological command stations that you can reprogram using cutting-edge brain science. Most people think chakras are just New Age nonsense, but here's the shocking truth. Every single chakra point corresponds to a specific cluster of nerves in your body that directly controls your emotions, your confidence, and even your ability to attract what you want in life. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to use simple neuroscience techniques to unlock each energy center, rewire your nervous system, and literally transform how you feel and perform every single day. This isn't about crystals or meditation cushions. This is about using your brain's own natural wiring to become the most powerful version of yourself. Stay with me because what you're about to learn will change everything. Your survival instincts are controlled by one massive nerve that, honestly, most people don't even know exists. This nerve determines whether you feel safe and grounded or, anxious and scattered every single day. Scientists call it the vagus nerve, but ancient healers mapped it perfectly as your root chakra. Here's what blew my mind when I discovered this connection. Every time you feel ungrounded or insecure, your vagus nerve is actually sending panic signals throughout your entire body. But there's a neurological hack that can flip this switch instantly. Most people try to ground themselves through meditation or breathing, but they're missing the most powerful reset button your nervous system has. The secret lies in combining two specific stimulations that create what neuroscientists call a parasympathetic cascade. When you activate this cascade, your entire nervous system shifts from survival mode to thriving mode in under 60 seconds. This is technique number 1 out of 8 total hacks I'm sharing today. Take a bowl of cold water and plunge your face in while humming at exactly 40 hertz. The cold shock activates your dive reflex while the vocal vibrations stimulate your vagus nerve directly. Your root chakra will ground instantly because you're literally rewiring your brain's safety center. Your creativity and sexual energy aren't controlled by what's between your legs. They're controlled by what's in your gut. Most people have no idea that their intestines produce more mood-controlling chemicals than their brain does. Your gut manufactures 90% of your body's serotonin, which is the exact neurochemical that powers your sacral chakra. But here's where it gets crazy. The timing of when you eat certain foods can literally reprogram your creative and sexual energy pathways. There's a specific sequence that creates what scientists call the gut-brain axis activation. When you sync this sequence with targeted muscle engagement, you're essentially hacking your body's pleasure and creativity circuits. This is technique number 2 out of 8. Most people eat randomly and wonder why they feel creatively blocked or sexually disconnected. Here's the protocol that changes everything. Eat fermented foods like kimchi or kefir in the morning. Then do pelvic floor contractions for 30 seconds. The probiotics send signals up your vagus nerve while the muscle engagement activates your pelvic neural network. Your sacral chakra lights up because you're feeding your gut-brain connection exactly what it needs to produce maximum creative and sexual energy. This technique literally rewires your pleasure pathways through pure biology. Confidence isn't a mindset. It's a neurological state controlled by a cluster of nerves right below your rib cage. Your solar plexus isn't just an energy center from ancient texts, it's actually your phrenic nerve complex, and this nerve cluster controls whether you feel powerful or powerless in any situation. Here's the shocking part that most people never realize. Every time you feel intimidated or insecure, your phrenic nerves are literally sending weakness signals throughout your entire body. But there's a breath technique that can flip your confidence switch in 30 seconds flat. Most people try to build confidence through positive thinking or visualization, but they're completely missing the neurological trigger that creates instant personal power. The secret lies in creating what scientists call phrenic nerve dominance. This is technique number 3 out of 8 total hacks. Hold your breath for exactly 30 seconds while pressing your tongue firmly to the roof of your mouth and contracting your core muscles. The breath hold activates your sympathetic nervous system, the tongue pressure stimulates your trigeminal nerve, and the core contraction engages your phrenic nerve cluster directly. Your solar plexus chakra fires up because you're literally switching your nervous system from victim mode to victor mode. This technique gives you bulletproof confidence because you're hacking your body's natural power center. Love and connection aren't just emotions, they're measurable electromagnetic frequencies generated by your heart's neural network. Your heart actually has its own brain with over 40,000 neurons, and these neurons control your ability to give and receive love. Scientists can now measure heart coherence, which is the exact same energy that ancient healers called your heart chakra. But here's what most people don't understand about opening their heart center. Your heart-brain connection gets stronger when you combine emotional states with specific movement patterns. There's a neurological phenomenon called bilateral stimulation that creates what researchers call limbic system integration. This is technique number 4 out of 8. Most people try to open their hearts through meditation alone, but they're missing the movement component that actually rewires your emotional circuits. March in place while alternating your knees high and focus intensely on something you're grateful for. The cross-pattern movement activates both brain hemispheres, while the gratitude emotion creates heart-brain coherence. Your heart chakra opens because you're literally synchronizing your heart's electromagnetic field with your brain's neural networks. This technique doesn't just make you feel more loving, it actually changes your heart's electromagnetic signature and makes you a magnet for deeper connections with others. Your voice has a specific frequency that unlocks authentic self-expression, but, most people never find it. Your throat chakra isn't just about speaking your truth. It's about activating your thyroid gland and vocal cord resonance at the exact frequency that stimulates honest communication pathways in your brain. Scientists have discovered that certain sound frequencies create what they call vocal cord coherence. When your vocal cords vibrate at this precise frequency, they send signals directly to your thyroid, which then releases hormones that make you feel confident speaking your truth. This is technique number 5 out of 8 total hacks. Most people struggle with authentic expression because they've never activated their throat chakra's neurological frequency. Here's the exact protocol that changes everything. Speak or sing at 528 Hz for 3 minutes while gargling with warm salt water. You can find this frequency on any tone generator app. The salt water creates vocal cord lubrication, while the specific frequency stimulates your thyroid gland directly. Your throat chakra activates because you're literally tuning your voice to its optimal resonance frequency. This technique doesn't just improve your speaking voice, it rewires your brain's communication centers and gives you the neurological confidence to speak your truth in any situation without fear or hesitation. Intuition isn't mystical, it's neurological, and it's controlled by a tiny gland in the center of your brain that honestly most people never activate. Your pineal gland is what ancient healers called your third eye, and modern science proves it's literally your body's intuition center. This gland produces DMT, the same chemical that creates profound insights and expanded awareness. But here's what's incredible about your pineal gland. It responds to specific light frequencies that can activate your intuitive abilities in minutes instead of, years of meditation. There's a light therapy protocol that stimulates what scientists call endogenous DMT production. This is technique number 6 out of 8. Most people try to develop intuition through meditation alone, but they're missing the light component that actually triggers their pineal gland. Use red light therapy on your forehead for 10 minutes, then sit in complete darkness and move your eyes in figure-8 patterns for 5 minutes. The red light stimulates your pineal gland directly, while the darkness allows it to produce maximum DMT. The eye movements activate neural pathways that most people never access. Your third eye chakra opens because you're literally hacking your brain's natural psychedelic production center. This technique gives you crystal clear intuition because you're activating the same neural networks that mystics spend decades trying to access. Higher consciousness isn't spiritual, it's neurological, and it happens when all 12 of your cranial nerves fire simultaneously. Your crown chakra is actually the integration point where every major nerve in your head connects to create what scientists call whole brain coherence. Most people only use a fraction of their cranial nerve potential, which is why they feel disconnected from higher states of awareness. But there's a specific combination of scalp stimulation and breathing that activates what researchers call cranial nerve synchronization. This is technique number 7 out of 8 total hacks. When all 12 cranial nerves fire together, you experience the same elevated states that monks spend lifetimes trying to achieve. Massage your entire scalp with firm circular motions while breathing in through your left nostril for 4 counts, holding for 4, then exhaling through your right nostril for 4 counts. The scalp massage stimulates all your cranial nerve endpoints, while the alternating nostril breathing creates brain hemisphere balance. Your crown chakra activates because you're literally synchronizing every major nerve pathway in your head. This technique doesn't just make you feel peaceful, it creates a neurological state of expanded awareness where insights, solutions, and clarity flow naturally. You're accessing the same brain state that produces genius-level thinking and profound spiritual experiences through pure biology. Now here's where everything comes together into one powerful daily practice. Most people try to work on their chakras separately, but your nervous system works as an integrated whole. When you combine all 7 techniques in the right sequence, you create what neuroscientists call a cascade effect, where each activation amplifies the next one. This is technique number 8, your complete integration protocol. Start with the cold water face plunge and humming for your root chakra. Immediately follow with the probiotic food and pelvic contractions for your sacral center. Then, the 30-second breath hold with tongue and core activation for your solar plexus. Move into the bilateral gratitude marching for your heart coherence. Follow with 3 minutes of 528 Hz vocal work for your throat activation. Then 10 minutes of red light therapy followed by darkness and eye movements for your third eye. Finish with scalp massage and alternating nostril breathing for your crown connection. The entire sequence takes exactly 5 minutes when you remove the red light portion, or 15 minutes with it. This creates a neurological symphony where each energy center builds on the previous one. Your entire nervous system rebalances because you're systematically activating every major nerve cluster in your body. This isn't just chakra work. This is complete nervous system optimization using cutting-edge neuroscience. There you have it. 8 scientifically backed techniques that prove your chakras are real, measurable, and completely hackable through your own nervous system. You now have the exact protocols to rewire your confidence, creativity, intuition, and personal power without spending years in meditation or thousands on courses. Your body already has everything you need built right in. The only question now is whether you'll actually use these techniques or let them sit as interesting information. Start with just one hack today and feel the difference in your energy immediately. Your nervous system is waiting to be unleashed.